The time is 11 o'clock on this late Friday night, February 24th, 2017, and it's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Friday night, February 24th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. We have a time at 11 o'clock on this late Friday night, February 24th, 2017 here, and we have a mountain temperature of 52 degrees, and tonight's low is going to be 50. Here on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Friday night here. Top story 11 power is the White House blocked the number of news organizations from attending the formal briefing on Friday. A rare and surprising move that came amid President Trump's escalating war against media. President Trump also had a new national security advisor and does define the term radical Islamic terrorism helpful. The New York Times reported on Friday, while the president has insisted on using such language. In a freewheeling speech with echoes of his campaign rallies, President Trump told a cabinet of conservative activists on Friday that the coalition of voters that nearly put him in office represents the future of the Republican Party. President Trump signed an executive order on Friday, establishing task forces in every agency for removing job-killing regulations and increasing economic opportunity. Congressional Republicans have been struggling for months to resolve one of the most vexing problems that a treacherous effort to replace the Affordable Care Act. What to do about the generous federal funding for states that fund the Medicaid. Federal agents of the Foreign National Drug and Immigration Enforcement raid in Los Angeles on February 13th as Mexico rejects the U.S. plan to deport Central Americans to Mexico. Kim Jong-un in Seoul led a life of loneliness and fear and exclusion rejected by his father and second shortly exiled, while he constantly had to worry about his spies and security agencies and reporters. The Trump administration has enlisted senior members of the intelligence community and Congress in efforts to counter news stories about Trump associated ties to Russia and publicly charged issues that the manifestation by the FBI. 40 kids that filed first-degree murder charges against a man accused of opening fire on the bar that killed one Indian and injured 12 people and caused fears about victory to reverberate across the globe. Activists for One Piece, North Korea's extreme secrecy has been created one surprise rich resource of country's own propaganda, like the photo below. Washington, President Donald Trump brought 2 dozen manufacturers CEOs to the White House on Thursday and declared that collective commitment to restoring factory jobs lost to foreign competition. A Department of Homeland Security report assessing a terrorist threat proposal by the people of Biden. The 7 countries covered by President Trump's travel ban and cast up in the necessary executive order. Louisville, Kentucky, the son of legendary boxer Muhammad Ali was detained for hours by immigration officials earlier this month at a Florida airport, according to a family friend. Atlanta, after a string of televised debates, forward party sponsored by the 4 reforms and 3 months of the person-to-person lobbying and the race to lead the Democratic and National Committee is coming to an end with a vote on Saturday that might leave. Accused online stalker held in jail in danger in the North Edinburgh and Mansfield cases. Resident promise protested if no hour the selectman doesn't resign. State malls up in juvenile offender age. Woman accused of drunken driving after a striking pole in Edinburgh, knocking out power. Driver arrested after a crash in Mansfield. North Edinburgh police allege a drunken driver had a loaded car where he fell asleep every Friday while parked at a gas pump to the Cumberland Farms in North Edinburgh. North Avenue bridge work will cause delays in Edinburgh and the truth detours. JCPenney plans to close 130 and 140 stores and offer buys to 6,000 workers at department store industry stagnant competition online sales and niche retailers. While tidal wave store closure is about to hit U.S. Express A, and the result could be catastrophic hundreds of lower-tier shopping malls. Uber is under attack once again as Twitter speed quickly concluded with Beyond smear campaign against the former manager of the company, Susan Falbrigetti, who dropped this game in blog post earlier this week in detail on sexual harassment. Alright, looking at some stocks now. Up 11.44 points at 2,821.76. SP5 up 353 points at 367.34. And NASDAQ up 9.8 points at 5,845.31. Taking out of Florida, NASA will take about a month to assess how much time, money, and risk will be added to the WS Space Launch System. Sparked by a 2-member crew, was board officials said today. The new U.S. administration has taken its time to appoint a science advisor back when Barack Obama was elected in 2008. Science advisor John Holden was nominated a month before for the inauguration. The Travis-1 system is home to 7 planets that are about the size of the Earth and potentially just right temperature to support a fire. The new image of the supernova remnant SN 1978 was taken by the NASA ESA Hubble Space Telescope in January 2017 using the Wide Field Camera 3. North Texas. Aaron took a huge toll in North Texas in the late 90s. Now, a new report from the San Francisco said deaths in hurricane destination have been more than triple in the past 5 years. More than 500,000 tall strings are being recalled because of the seeking crack and break of a recalled consumer products to toys with potential dangerous biocomponents and chainsaws that would leak the fuel lines. Higher intake of sugar and sugar styles. Higher intake of sugar and sugar styles can cause Alzheimer's disease, which manifests with memory loss and a decline of cognitive powers. Exercise meant to take and make us hot but too much to concept of sex drive. And new studies found that researchers tend to focus on how sex drive benefits from regular exercise. Peter Jones' time is now 11:05 on this late Friday night. And take a look at New England Industry Report in Surrey, Massachusetts at 3 alarm fire. 7 Main Street, an interior crew reported heavy fire in the center of the basement extended up to a large irregular shapes 2.5 story wood frame residential structure multi-MA responded to work and covered a DWH. Oh wait, looking at traffic at level 5 on this late Friday night. Beep! Let's start our family day where on the subway system it's looking good on the commuter rail and on the ferries they are looking good here. Okay, looking at highways and byways of New England, New York City on this late Friday night. Starting off down in New York City, where 278 on the westbound side, back to the Bush Street down to Brooklyn. Lines between Middle Town Tunnel and both ends is backed up, and it's a little closer due to some road work, so expect some delays here and detours around that area of Midtown Tunnel on the westbound side. FDR driving the northbound side is back to the east side. West Side Highway on the northbound side, back from Lincoln Tunnel 57th Street, and backed up all the way down around Chelsea. Brooklyn Bridge on the eastbound side, Little Soul, Brooklyn Battery Tunnel southbound side, Little Soul, 270 westbound side. It is backed up from the Windsor Bridge all the way on to the Brooklyn Bridge. Here, 670 on the northbound side, back to the Jamaica down in the Queens. Fourside Bridge to the southbound side, Little Soul, Bronx Western Bridge on both ends is backed up before Route 95. And Interstate 87 and 90, Little Soul on Route 95 in Upper Manhattan and around the George Washington Bridge area. 91 on the northbound side, Little Soul on Windslocks. But highways and byways of Connecticut went on a looking good. Mass Park on both ends is backed up. Just Mass Park westbound side by the Lower Mary put on the Austin Brad tolls. Mass Park eastbound side also Austin Brad tolls. Southwest Expressway northbound side also Mass Avenue and Mass Park 93 southbound side back on the Medford line and the Zetka Bridge. Central West Massachusetts highways out looking good. Vermont North highways out looking good. Main Street out southbound side also security toll plazas. 95 on the northbound side backed up to towards Bangor, Maine. 295 westbound side also 95 and Bangor, Maine. And Albert 15 on the southbound side also 7 Quebec. On the southbound side, headed toward the U.S. border, in New York State 87 southbound side, Little Swan, Riddle Avenue, in Champlain, New York. In New York State 3, southbound side, Little Swan, New York State 84, Newbridge, New York. In New York State 3, Little Swan, Syracuse. Peter Child is time, 11:07 on this late Friday night. Time now for a weather report here, and what a mild Friday we had here. People took advantage. They took advantage, wore t-shirts, and rolled up their shirt sleeves. Oh, it was a mild day, and now we are basking the fog here as I witnessed some foggy conditions on the way back along 295 in Auburn and Adamers and 95 in Adamers and Mansfield. And now, take a look at radar, and it shows a line of rain showers stretch around central and eastern portions of Nova Scotia, some snow and sleet around Prince Down, and then some sleet up in northern Maine, and rain and sleet from Quebec stretching in the northern Ontario with some clouds. But this is going to be our weather maker for tomorrow. A line of showers and thunderstorms stretch from eastern Michigan and eastern Ontario, stretching in central Ohio and Kentucky and Tennessee and northwest Alabama and Mississippi here. And some snow from eastern Iowa down to western Illinois and Wisconsin and southeast Minnesota here. So expect some fog in the overnight hours of the night here. As we take a look at the hazard weather outlook here. Areas of fog expected to develop tonight. Lowest patch of dense fog after midnight and to Saturday morning. We will need a moderate rise in water levels across southern New England in the early next week. Not all of our snowpack has will have melted this weekend. There's so much more snowpack upstream out of northern New England without pushing in the headwaters and head downstream. Some river levels could approach actually state, especially on the lower Connecticut River. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Tonight, patch around at 11 p.m. Watts. Mostly consequence watts 30 degrees. South about 3 to 6 miles an hour for Saturday, church shot May afternoon. Patch about before 9 a.m. Watts. Mostly consequence about 6-7 degrees. South about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Church patient is 40%. For Saturday night, shots likely possibly at 10 zone before 1 a.m. Tonight. Slight church shots between 1 and 2 a.m. Patch about between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. Watts. Class guys at gradually closing toward daybreak. With a lower end 33 degrees. South about 6 to 8 miles an hour. Become west side midnight. West side 24 miles an hour. Church patient 6%. New percent less than 10 minutes possible. For Sunday, mostly crisp about 45, about 27 degrees. Winds west 8 to 17, shooting step west at 6 to 10 miles, gust side 20 miles an hour. For Monday, mostly sunny, podcast by 31, about 32 degrees. For Tuesday, chance of showers up to 10 a.m., mostly clouds by 31, about 36 degrees. Chest patient 55%. For Wednesday, chance of showers up to 8 a.m., cloudy skies about 32, about 36 degrees. Chest patient 50%. And for Thursday, chest rain, put these under the podcast by 47, about 25 degrees. Chest patient 30%. And for Friday, mostly about 40 degrees. In Taunton, overcast 53, and Nautilus overcast of 52, and Mansfield it's overcast of 53. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news, and it's late Friday night, February 24th, 2017. I appreciate you have a good night with a good bad attitude, and I'll see you tomorrow morning more important. I hope you all have a good night.